Hey guys, it's Leo, and it's time to talk about the beautiful episode 19 of HUGTTO PRECURE. What another amazing episode with an amazing message. And I am hyped. Right now, I'm hyped for lots of things. E3 is going on right now, and I'm very excited for lots of games and lots of announcements. I'm always excited for E3. But there is this big excitement inside of me for Amour and Machiri. They're coming next week in episode 20, but this episode, it didn't really give us much of a tie to their appearance, I think, but it brought us so many great things and such a nice message that I am in awe. So good. First, we had this great interaction between Lulu and Emiru. They are a great duo, and Henry was watching them singing, and so because of that, he invited both of them to a fashion show. And he invited both of them because he sees them as opposites, and because of their opposed sides, something like that. Because of their opposed sides, he sees that contrast and he loves that and he thinks that is going to be a gorgeous thing. And he invites them to this fashion show, and it's nice because we've seen that the fashion designer, a lot. She's been a victim two times, and now in the third time of her appearance, she appears again, but she's not a victim this time around. But she's also a Precure fan. She also loves the Precures. She takes inspiration from them, and she decided to create this show. Like the theme of the show is here. Girls can be heroes too. Um, but for us Precure viewers, that's not very a bold statement because, well, girls have been being heroes for quite a while in the media in general, but we have a sort of feeling overall that there are some people that really see girls not as fitting for lots of different activities. Um, and this was reflected in Emiru's brother. I forgot his name, but this type of action is reflected in him, and we saw him not only be a douchebag to Emiru, but also to Henry, because he was talking about Henry's costumes and how Henry was dressed up as not in a masculine manner at school, and he needed to correct that. What I liked about Henry's action was that he took a step back and said, "Look, I'm not going to argue with you. You can just keep talking." And he just left. Because I think that that's something that doesn't really affect Henry, because he is very fond of the way he dresses. He's very fond of his own personality, and I love that. I love that about him. But we have to understand that there are not many people that are like Henry. People like being different, people like not following the norm, but they suffer with the looks, they suffer with the actions, they suffer with words that are taken upon them because of that. And I really liked that Hana was also one to, to try to stop Emidu's brother in the things that he was saying, because that's totally stupid. Um, but okay, so Emiru decided to go, and Lulu decided to go with her. But there was a little drama there. Emiru doesn't really believe in herself, but I really liked seeing Lulu like taking the front part of this and saying, "I am going to support you." And Lulu saying "Hure Hure Emiru" with that robotic voice of hers, golden. And I feel like their relationship is getting better and better and better. I really liked both of them together. They work so well, and it's nice because even Saya noticed that, like that they complement each other so well because they're so different. And obviously, there were lots of jokes in this episode with Emiru being over the top, as she always is, and that is also another thing that I love. And the comedy with Emiru is always on point. It's always on point. It's always so good. Her idea of tumbling to berries, I mean, she's so exaggerated, and I love that about her so much. And so we had this moment of them going to the event itself. We had a cute moment with them preparing for the event with Hugton. They were painting. That was a very cute moment. Haktan, she can say Emiru's name and Lulu's name as well. She calls Lulu like Lu, and I just think Haktan is so cute. But okay, so they went to this event, and we had another moment with Emiru's brother, and I loved that moment even more because when we had that school moment, we saw that um, Henry didn't really talk back much. He just didn't. He just kept on walking and living his own life. But at this time, he was someone who was trying to stop Emiru from being part of the fashion show because he doesn't see girls as heroes. He says that girls cannot be heroes, and he says girls cannot be heroic. And this is a thing for boys. Girls need only to be saved. Oh, and Lulu tried to stop him, but Lulu is also trying to overcome some issues of her own, and so she couldn't really give like arguments to stop that type of argument. And obviously, Hana came and Hana stopped him. But when Henry appeared dressed up with a dress, um, Emiru's brother was like, oh, and it's interesting because he's not only patronizing, but he's very sarcastic and he tries to humiliate the person a little bit. He tried to humiliate Henry because of the way he was dressing and the way what he said to him was so good. And I really love that Hukto is, talking about those things. You can be whatever you want to be, whoever you want to be. You don't need to follow certain rules. You don't need to follow certain conventions that are stupid because you're not hurting anyone. And so when he did that, Emiru's brother got really frustrated and they were able to take Emiru and Lulu to the event itself to present on the runway. But there was something new in this episode. We have the debut of Genos, another new villain who is somewhat like Papuru. But when she appeared and she took Emiru's brother as a victim and turned him into a monster, I loved the animation. I loved her animation, the way that she summons the monster, and also it's nice that she has some Bishonen around her too. I mean, who wouldn't like that? And I just really like her, and it's really interesting because I was just searching for her voice actor, and her voice actor does Lara Croft in Japan. She's a big name, right? She is the one who does the Japanese voice of Lara Croft in the games from this new generation. That's amazing, right? And so Emiru's brother turned into Oshimaida, and I loved Genos. I loved her attitude, and so they fought against this Oshimaida. The fight was not that good, but it was nice because of the message of Henry was captured and he was being saved. A guy, was being saved by girls. And also, Curiel just gave us another nice speech saying that boys can be princes too, can be princesses too, and boys can be saved, girls can save boys. That's a great message for kids in Japan. I love it. And so they defeated Oshimaida, and the important thing is the talk they had with Genos after the fight. Genos is nice. I love her look, and I love that she's always using English words in her discourse. But Lulu saw her, and Lulu was questioning because she never saw her at Kriyasu Corp before. She didn't know Kriyasu had her in their staff. And it's interesting because she hadn't appeared so far. She hasn't been on the website, on the Kriyasu website that was uploaded even before HUGTTO started. We saw all the villains there. We didn't see her. We didn't know about her until now. We've seen all of the Kriyasu workers so far at one point or another in the series, but we haven't seen her at all. And now she's there. Now she's appearing, and I'm like, girl, what's going on here? And I don't know who she is, but I have my theories. I think that she's related to Paprus somehow. They have the same reference as the Bubble Girls in Japan from the late 80s, early 90s. And I think that she might be related to Paprus somehow. I hope she is. But not only her, I think that the girl the woman, the fashion designer that appeared in this episode and past episodes as a victim, I think that she is related to Paparu too. I don't know, but they have kind of the same feeling. I get the same feeling from them. So maybe Paparu and Genos, they were fashion designers as well before getting into Kriyasu Corp. I don't know, but I think they're related somehow. And Paparu, she also appeared in this episode. There was a very mysterious scene with her. I didn't really understand it, but it's nice that when she appears in Kriyasu, the scenes are always kind of like melodramatic and mysterious. We don't really, and she's even a little bit poetic in the way she speaks about the man she loves. I love that. I love that they're adding a little bit of depth into her character. We don't see that much with villains in Precure unless they're going to become cures or they're going to become like um, uh, allies. We don't really see that much. And I don't know, I'm just loving to see that Paparu is getting some attention there because she is the queen. She is the queen, and Genos is another queen now. So we have two queens. I love Genos as well. She looks mysterious and she looks powerful. I think that she is going to be an amazing villain, and I want to see them together. I want to see Paparu's reaction to Genos. I want to see Paparu, reacting to her and giving us a little bit more hint on who Genos is, because Paparu's been giving lots of little bits of information on Kriasa Corp here and there, and I like that. After that, we saw a nice scene at the end of this episode because Lulu now has decided to help Emidu's journey into becoming a precure, but not only that, she wants to become a cure herself together with Emidu. I think that she noticed that Emidu gets lots of confidence when Lulu's with her. But we only have one pre-heart left. So what's gonna happen? We all know what's gonna happen, right? But I am really curious to see how things are gonna happen in next episode. I think that next episode is going to be a very good surprise to us. And I am very excited for episode 20. Oh my god. But episode 19 was gorgeous as well. I mean, it's just not a filler episode so that we can get to the cures, to the new cures. No. Things are blooming, things are hot, and I am loving it all. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment with your opinions. Let's keep our talk in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.